Yes. Alright, cool. Go for it. Hey, let's start the game. Oh my god, the music is loud. There we go. Oh, I didn't read what that said. It's one of the best boarding school for female monster slayers, but everyone who's anyone who's anyone here got in with the money and has been here before since kindergarten, learning the ins and outs of every sword, javelin, and spear technique, every monster's weakness, every creature's bane. I got in on fencing scholarship, and somehow that makes me their lesser. I've been sitting next to a girl at the meal for a week now, but I've never once asked her. You, what's your name? What's yours? My name is TVGS. My name is TVGS. I'm Hannah. Oh, interesting. I have a sister with the same name. What you're eating? Food. I want to talk to her, but I'm kind of drawing a blank on the topic. What do you think of the weather? There are clouds. You can see them, too. Ah, she speaks just like me. Don't like small talk much, do you? Just like me. People don't usually talk to me. Hey, new girl, Shani. New girl, really? I've been here since the start of the term. What? You should come sit with us. It's Shana Watanabe, one of the most popular girls in the school. I'd be an idiot not to go. Can Hannah come with me? No. Dude, we're gonna stick with Hannah. Thanks, but I'll stick with my friend. Thanks for staying with me. It's nothing. I guess it's a good thing to be loyal. This decision might have consequences. Half-life. Full life consequences. But I guess I'll face them in the future now. For now, I'll be Hannah's friend. You know, I honestly don't know why other people don't want to hang out with you. They think I'm unlucky. Unlucky? The year that I began going to this school, a monster also did. Oh! Lots of people enroll every year, and lots of monsters appear, and then we kill them. I know, but somehow they think that I am causing an attack, or the dragon is watching the people I talk to, so it can strike them first. Strike? It kills people? Yes, it kills them and flings their guts at the ceiling. I guess it's hard to blame them. It is. Good night, TVGS. I must return to my dormitory. Me too. Night, Hannah. That was an airplane sound. I regret to inform all of you that yet another tragic event has transpired at St. George's Academy for Monster Slaying Lasses. That is a really, really long name. Young Susie Darling, a student in our elementary program, snuck out of her bedroom at night. She was viciously attacked and remains in critical condition. The monster, it's real. This is proof. Headmistress. Professional monsters hunters has searched for the premises and found no trace of any creature, though I believe it is safe to say that these events will not occur again. I must issue one warning. Do not leave your dorms at night. Classes will continue as usual. Perhaps I should save. I have a free period now. Tori's in math class, but neither Shayna nor Hannah seems to be going anywhere. We're gonna go with Hannah. Just like real dating sims. I wonder what Hannah's thinking about this. This is terrible. I wish people didn't blame you for this. Me too. You didn't even know Susie. Early last year there was a program where the elementary kids would read an older mentor. Reading buddies. I was matched with Susie Darlings. Oh. Maybe she is unlucky, but it's probably all just a coincidence. I have to go to class now. See you. See you. Shayna, yo, Hannah. Yes, Shayna? I don't know how you can stand to walk away from the hall after what you did. You caused this. I don't know how, but you're unlucky, and everyone you talk to dies. Stop. Stop it, Shayna. Stop what? You use your popularity as a pedestal to shout your twisted ideas from, and people believe you. You could be a force of good. You could change this school for the better. Why don't you actually try to work out who the killer is instead of sitting around and blaming Hannah? Is it too hard? Is this easy for you to do? Is that why? Dots. You're a monster! Dun dun dun! TVGS, you better enjoy being a social outcast. I'd hardly remember what high school is like, but I don't remember it being like that. Maybe it's because I don't remember much of my high school. I stormed off to the library with Hannah, who was considerably calmer about the whole situation than I was. I didn't mention it to her, but I have a plan. A plan that will clear her name, and hopefully mine. It was a plan. The only way to end this is to kill the dragon. How do you know it's even a dragon? It's late evening now. I took a sword from the armory after advanced sword fighting, and I fashioned a cloak out of my clothes so that if I do not succeed to kill it, the dragon will not recognize me. I have all my bases covered. I don't think the monster is a ghost, apparition, or any sort of haunting presence. Its behavior is more reminiscent of a Noctowolf, except that it's a dragon. How? Since it only appears at night, it either needs to shapeshift or become invisible. I know this because I've been doing extra credit assignments. Come at me. Do I skip? Yeah, that hurt. Skip? I like how skip actually involves you jumping up. Skip. 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 Yo, TVGS, this is not going as planned. Oh, wait. TVGS, is that you? How do you know my name? Hannah, you're the monster? Yes. I trusted you. You lied to me. You're a monster. How are you so sure that it's not you who is the monster? I don't run around massacring innocent students. What do you think you're doing to target practice, science class, anatomy? You're attending a school dedicated to eradicate my kind. I never looked at it that way before. Well, start. I'm going to give you a choice because you're the only human being I ever liked. Live or die. Is that even a choice? If you live, you'll live your life with full knowledge that I am killing the students here before they can kill more of my kind. And you will not stop me. If you die, you will not have to live. If you choose life, you will live with full knowledge that you are turning a blind eye, and that monstrous thing to do. If you choose death, then you are a coward and are sinning just as much as the one who will live but never speak. Kill me now. Wait, what? Ah. Let's see if I can load that previous save. Sure. Auto. Let's keep skipping. Ah. Ouch. 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 Sure. Oh wait, there was no choice there. Fast skip. Wait, what? TVGS? Fast skip. Yes. Stick with Hannah's group. Fast skip. Go! Go with Hannah. Fast skip again. Attack. Attack! You are blue. You therefore will be attacked. Blue eyes, white dragon. For you don't know that I have sacrificed 3 monsters just for this moment. And I know you don't believe in the heart of the cards. I can't believe this. I came out to kill the dragon to stop Shayna from taunting you, and you're the dragon. I didn't think you'd take the matter into your own hands. Of course I did. I just wanted to save you. And here I am. I am the monster. A shapeshifter. Still, what you'd call a monster. This is St. George Monster Slaying Academy for lasses, so slay me. It won't take much more. I don't want to kill you, Hannah. Then I can't make any promises. I won't kill you later. Do you have no sense of friendship, of loyalty? Our kinds are at war, TVGS. Friendship will be treasonous, mercy would be worse. I want to show Hannah mercy, but she's a monster. If I do nothing, she'll keep killing. I can't let that happen. What if I kill her? What does that make me? Do I become a monster? A lack of decision is still a decision here. Whatever I do, it's obvious I'm going to. Heck. Spare her! That was your no. Anybody in the Academy's only chance of killing me. You won't get a second shot. In the end, it was my choice. No, it never truly is. What? Alright. Fast skip! Fast skip! Fast skip! Attack! Boo 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 boo. Wow 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 wow. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh wait, that didn't slay him. It. Anything. How do you know my name? Were you watching me? Hannah? Yes? I can't believe this. Alright. Killer. It is with great sadness I must inform you the second tragedy in 2 days. The dragon's victim was Hannah Luz, a student in her 2nd year with us. May she rest in peace. Okay, so far that was interesting. Skip! Super fast skip! My name is... Alright. Super skip! Stick with Hannah. Super skip! Go with Shayna. It's far-fetched, but maybe Shayna is right. I should talk to her. I'm sorry, TVGS. It'd probably be too late for you. What do you mean? People who spend time with Hannah disappear. Count your days. You don't have many left. Susie didn't know Hannah. She was in an elementary program. She was Susie's reading buddy. Wait, speaking of which, let's see if I can, Oh. Okay, return. I can't believe it. Yes, I can't. She's leaving now. Yo, Hannah. Yes, Shayna? Run away after causing another death. How does it feel to be a reason so many people are disappearing? TVGS, back me up here. She knows she's unlucky. Can't possibly be a cause of this. I'll stand up for my friend. I had to think about it, but Shayna's got to be right. This isn't my battle. Yo, this is not my battle. You know, I've spoken to both of you, and I don't think Shayna can be completely wrong, but I also don't think Hannah can be completely the root cause of everything wrong in the world. I'm out. Wise move. I left to my dorm after that. Whatever happened afterwards just isn't my business, but I'm going to solve this mystery, and my gut feeling is that Hannah is innocent. Technically wise move. Alright. So we're gonna go through this again. I regret nothing! What is even the timer supposed to be there for? Clearly the dragon is not going to attack me and he's faster. Alright, apparently it can. Hannah, yes. I can't believe it. Da 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 da. Alright, this is kind of, back. Nope. Load. Fast skip! Let's go with Shayna. What are the other choices? Let's see what happens when we... You know what? I have to side with Shay this time. Hannah, I don't know what you're doing, but you have to stop before more people get killed, before you kill them. Stormed out of my dormitory. I need time to think. Time to think about how to solve this problem in both parts. Stop Hannah and stop Shayna from hurting her. The only way to end this is to kill the dragon. It's late evening, and so it goes through this whole shebang. Does it always end to the shebang? Attacking is a faster option, so I'm going to be choosing that as a route. Shebang! Pseudo kill all children. Processes. Oh ho ho, programmer joke. Well, Linux joke. Unix joke. Mac has the same thing, I think. Alright, blah 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 blah. Alright, I think I got a good chunk of idea for that. Let's go back here. Let's go meet up with Shayna. Fast skip, yes. Hannah can't possibly be the cause of this. I'll stand up for my friend. Shayna, you're wrong. Hannah can't possibly be the cause of death. She's just a girl who had problems making friends. Problems that you gave her by unfounded rumors and lies. TVGS, thank you. I'm going to my dorm. Ignore her, Hannah. It's time to get to the bottom of this on my own. I have to clear Hannah's name. Alright, yeah. Is there a way to, I guess there isn't a way to make this go by faster. Well, all path to Hannah leads to the dragon. And I would assume all path to Shayna also leads to the dragon as well. This is the most compelling battle I've ever done. Even the... oh, whoops. Can we go back all the way to... Yes. My name is TVGS. Go. Skip again. Go with Shayna's group. I'll talk to you later. You made the right choice. That was weird. I mean, I guess that you joined her group, but it was kind of weird that suddenly, you know, Hannah was replaced by a completely different girl. Right? Was it? Right? Tori, don't hang out with Hannah. But why? Everyone that Hannah ever spoken to has disappeared. What, really? Well, people who don't ever speak to her disappeared too, but there's a correlation between talking to her and vanishing. Personally, I will not take the chance. It seems strange. Hannah seemed nice. You misspelled Hannah there. Quiet, but still a good person. But maybe Shayna is right. Maybe there is a reason nobody talks to her. I'll keep that in mind. So what classes are taking? Biology, chemistry, English, physiology, and Monster 102, advanced sword fighting, and pre-calculus. There's a lot. I think I've seen you in something. Maybe we have the same English block? Yeah, maybe. Something about this school. Soon enough, everyone knows about everything about you. Shayna never gets to classes, but with her parental donation, she's allowed to stay. Tori will be the same, but her parents sees value in education. She still has to go to class, so it's very unlikely she'll never notice before. How do I know this about and nothing about Hannah? Everyone likes to talk about Shay and Tori, but they like to act like Hannah isn't even there. Hey, has anyone talked to you about St. George Dragon? Yeah, he killed it thousands of years ago. Then they haven't told you. There's a monster that roams the school hallways, most at night, but sometimes in this day. They say looks like a pale dragon, like it's a ghost of St. George's dragon, returned for revenge. And even though it is a monster hunting school, nobody managed to kill it. Yeesh, would have mentioned that in the pamphlet. Every so often, it kills someone! What? That's why leaving the dormitories at night is forbidden. Now that I think of it, that would make sense. I've heard roars, screams. Oh yeah, and it first appeared last year, but they covered it up. How do you cover someone up dying? I don't know, but they did it. Good night, talk to you tomorrow. If you don't get eaten by the dragon, good night, TVGS. Thinking they're lying, at least that's what I want to believe. Hannah doesn't seem hurtful, just shy. I'll shut my eyes. I regret to inform you that yet another tragic event has transpired in St. George's Monstrous Lane. Young Susie Darling, she was viciously attacked, and I believe this is... Shayna? What do you think? I'm sorry that people blame me for this. I'm sorry, I'm used to it. It's bullying, and you don't understand why you want to make it seem like a fraud, do you? Excuse me, I need to go to class now. Yo, Hannah! How does it feel to know you have blood on your hands? You made a kid die. Stand with Hannah. Shayna is taking it too far. Shayna's right, and I'm not going to take this either. TVGS, back me up here. You know what? I will. Hannah, you're a menace, and I don't think you're a monster, but you're a menace and you need to go, and I'll do what it takes for you to disappear, just like all the people who spoke to me before. I won't be a next victim! I see. This is a new scene. I spent my new free block shaking like a leaf in Commons. I didn't get any work done. Instead, I made a plan to neutralize Hannah. Grrr. Oh, okay. Fast skip. Go. TVGS. Go. Fast skip. Go. Go with Hannah. Oh wait. Whoops. Back. TVGS. Fast skip. Go. Stick with Shayna's group. I think we already went through this. Fast skip. I think meet up with Shayna was the next choice, right? Shayna is taking this. Shayna, I understand where you're coming from. You had to stop. You have no evidence that Hannah did or caused anything. And here you're yelling at her across the cafeteria. You know what we call people who do that at my school? We call them baddies and bullies and monsters. You're the only one who needs to stop it. Stormed away to the dorm. I spent my entire free block there plotting as how I was going to save Hannah. Only way to end this is okay. Yeah, we got that. Reference. Main menu. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Start again. Fast skip. My name is TVGS. Fast skip. Let's go with Shayna's. Fast skip. I don't think we've seen what happens when we talk to Hannah. What's up? What do you think? Sorry that people blame me for this. It's okay. I'm used to it. It's bullying. Excuse me. I need to go to class now. Oh, whoops. Huh. Alright, I think I got all the endings here. Feel pretty good about this. Yeah. Ludum.exe has stopped working. Well then, that's our first bug that we've encountered so far. Okay. Well then. Strange. So yeah, let's talk about this. Innovation! It's a Renpai game. Fun! Not exactly fun, but it's not something that's meant to be fun either, so even if I rank this low, I don't really consider it like a huge aspect of the game, so no worries on that regards. Doesn't look like they put any contact information there. Theme, where you are the monster kind of thing. I do like the interpretation of it, so that's definitely 4 stars to me. In the sense that it's questioning, it tries to come up with some sort of moral question in regards to the definition of a monster, right? Whether someone that you just kill is whether a school training you to kill a specific species is a monstrous thing in and of itself. So I do appreciate that. The graphics could use some help. The audio was pretty okay, I like that. The humor, like, I don't really notice any humor. The mood was okay-ish. Again, when it comes to mood, the question I'm asking is, does the gameplay work well with the presentation? And in some ways, I didn't quite... It did feel like a very high school-y or middle school-y or basically any school-y kind of environment, and I'm kind of cool with that. Also, almost drawn in that sort of style. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it didn't... To me, there was something that kind of made it... that was missing that would have made it thematically consistent. Maybe it's just me. Overall, I wouldn't say this was like a terrible entry, but it's kind of like a meh entry to me. It didn't... I felt like I have played a few other visual novels that were much tighter in its presentation, its narrative, and kind of unravels itself a little better than this one specifically. But, you know, I'm okay with that. It's a good place to start. Renpai definitely is a good game engine to create these visual novels, and I really appreciate that you took to spend time to put together even the battle system to kind of convey this idea. I do think that the battle system portion of it was actually kind of the weakest point of the game. You know, it's a struggle to actually kill the dragon, and then suddenly there's a huge reveal that it was Hannah all along. Woo! And I think, like, especially me playing it, it was pretty quick and obvious that that was going to be the plot twist. But then again, I'm kind of used to these kind of things, so that's probably the reason why. Anyways, I don't know why it's a compo entry, and yet the artwork is used from previous sources. That concerns me quite a lot because that seems to be quite against the compo rules. But I'm not going to dock points for that. Kind of torn on the comment. It's not something like... It's not something that I have much in mind. I'm gonna say, if memory serves correct, in compo, rule set, I thought the graphics had to be made from scratch. No? Either way, thought that the narrative was okay. Okay. Certainly reminded me of middle school. That said, it does rely on some well-trodden ropes. That makes it a bit predictable. The plot twist shocked me. I guess I'm the only one. Anyways, let's mark these as yes, we have in fact played them.